OnePlus One got its release date in June. But it's still rarer than hen's teeth. We snagged one, though. Here's our OnePlus One review. OnePlus is less than a year old, but it has already slapped a great big wet fish across the faces of companies like Samsung, HTC, and LG. Its first phone, the OnePlus One, has many of the same specs as their £500 plus phones, but costs just £229. The OnePlus One is just one of the new wave of smartphones coming out of China that eschew high-cost launches in favor of something, well, a bit different. Xiaomi, often called the Apple of China, kicked things off in 2012/13 with the launch of a series of low-cost, spec-heavy handsets. OnePlus One review, design. The OnePlus One is a big phone. It's bigger than all the most famous 5-inch phones of the year because it has a pretty large 5.5-inch screen. And unlike the LG G3, it doesn't have a screen bezel thinner than Nick Cage's real hair. OnePlus, cyanogen out, oxygen in. OnePlus had previously confirmed it was parting ways with cyanogen and developing its own OS for the OnePlus One and future releases. Up to now, however, we had no idea what the new custom OS was going to be called. Now we do. It's called Oxygen, and here's what OnePlus had to say about it. OnePlus One review, screen. OnePlus has made sure the screen is a bit more noteworthy, though. You get 5.5 inches of IPS LCD display, where you'd be lucky to get a smaller 720p display from better-known rivals at this price. It's a good screen too, one that can stand next to rivals like the LG G2 and HTC One M8 without looking like the only kid that couldn't afford the Nike trainers. OnePlus One review, software and user experience. But what's the phone actually like to use? The OnePlus One uses an interesting open-source community version of Android called CyanogenMod. People fond of tinkering with their phones install this on their devices after hacking them, but this time around you get it right out of the box. OnePlus One review, camera. Back to the good stuff, the OnePlus One's camera is pretty decent. It's not Samsung Galaxy S5 good, but if we compare it to £250 phones, it's among the very best. OnePlus One review,